My name is Jade, and I live with my adoptive parents in a modest little neighborhood. Life has been pretty uneventful for me. I'm your everyday nerdy girl, always wearing glasses and braces. And lastly, a loner. I didn't have a lot of friends. After finishing high school, I had to start working long hours at a coffee shop to help make ends meet.
Where's my coffee?
Coming right up. Here you go.
I said no cream, just plain black coffee.
As you can see, I live an annoying but also boring life. And around it goes in a circle, every day the same as the last. But all that changed one day. As I was coming home from work that evening, I literally bumped into someone who looked exactly like me, only a lot more stylish, and that's when things got really weird.
Oh, hell. You are truly the shabby version of me. Hi, Twinnie.
I was still pretty stunned and surprised. I had no words. This was wild. I never knew I had a twin. Isabella snapped her fingers at me to jolt me out of my reverie.
Hello? Can you speak? I'm sorry, I'm just surprised. I have a sister. My parents never mentioned it to me. Same here. Don't be too surprised, darling. It's for a good cause. Besides, we have so much to catch up on.
So she introduced herself as Isabella, and she said she was my identical twin sister. But the weird thing is, neither of us had no idea we had a twin. Well, as it turned out, Isabella had been adopted by a wealthy family, so we kinda had grown up in two completely different worlds. Unfair, right? While I was here working my ass off in a coffee shop, my sister was living the high life in a mansion.
So what brings you here? I mean, why did you come looking for me? You clearly don't belong here. Don't be rude, Jade. I just needed to see my twin. I overheard my parents talking about me having a twin on the other side of town, so I did some digging. And months later, I finally found you. There has to be a reason. Isabella, don't act like you care deeply about me. Okay, you caught me. I need you to pretend to be me for a week. Pretend to be you for a week? Yes, my love. For personal reasons, you get to wear my designer clothes and shoes and mingle with my cool friends. And of course there is a handsome reward for you after the contract ends if you successfully fool them. I don't think I can do it. I would never be able to impersonate you. What if they find out? That could land me into so much trouble. Don't be naive. We both know you need this money. Besides, how would they find out if we don't tell them? No one has to know. But no matter what you do not get attached to the lifestyle. Don't kiss my boyfriend either.
I was shocked and confused, but I reluctantly agreed to do it. Little did I know this one decision would change my life forever. So, I said yes to this offer and told my parents I'd be gone for a week. Isabella changed my looks and styled my hair to look like hers. All so I could enter Isabella's glamorous world full of fancy parties and her elite friends, Maya and Anne. Isabella had taught me how to act around them, what to say and what not to say. I lived in a luxurious home with a very big room all to myself. Here, I didn't have to worry about working my ass off at a coffee shop for little salary. Isabella's parents were hardly around, always traveling from one business trip or the other. And that made it easy for me to pretend I would attend exclusive parties and events. Isabella was a socialite and enjoyed attending high-profile events and parties where she mingled with other wealthy and influential people. I could enjoy the glitz and glamour of these occasions, rubbing elbows with celebrities and experiencing a taste of the highlight. Also, Isabella loved to shop and had a closet full of designer clothes and accessories. So, I went on shopping sprees every Tuesday. At first, I felt completely out of place. I did things very differently than Isabella. I was much nicer to the maids in the house and always treated people nicely. But as the days passed, I started to enjoy my new life, especially when I met Noah, Isabella's boyfriend. He was charming, handsome, and seemed to genuinely care about me. Isabella was one lucky girl, so I thought. We went on dates and romantic trips, and those were the best moments of my life. Although sometimes he kept asking if I was okay because I kept acting a lot different from Isabella. Awkward and not as classy and uptight like Isabella. One day, we went to a posh garden party, and this happened. As we walked through the beautiful garden, we came upon a table laden with hors d'oeuvres, including something called elk tartare. I grabbed a small spoonful of the tartare and popped it into my mouth, chewing thoughtfully.
Wow, I'm shocked you like this now.
Really? You mean I didn't like it before? It's really yummy.
That's new. You always said yuck. Who would want to eat that?
Well, I still despise it. I just want to try new things, you know.
That's weird. Isabella, I know. Never wants to try new things.
Noah smiled at me. I hope he didn't notice I was pretending to be his girlfriend, but I knew I couldn't tell him the truth about who I really was. I was living a lie, and I was afraid that if anyone found out, my life would be turned upside down again. As the days turned into weeks, my feelings for Noah grew stronger, and Isabella wasn't back yet. And I began to wonder what would happen when Isabella returned, and I had to go back to my old life. Would I ever see Noah again? Would I be able to forget about him? I tried to reach Isabella now that our contract was over, but she was unavailable and unreachable. Instantly, I had mixed feelings. I was angry she ditched me, but then something deep inside was happy she wasn't here yet. More time to enjoy her life, I guess. Another day, Noah and I went to another party, and the air was filled with laughter and chatter as the guests mingled in the corner. I noticed Noah was quiet, a troubled look on his face. I slipped my arm around his waist.
Hey, are you alright?
I'm just stressed out about this big deal at work.
Sounds like you've got a lot on your mind. Don't forget I'm here for you. And not just in a cool girlfriend kind of way. I genuinely want to support you and help you through this. Whatever it takes.
Noah looked at me with surprise, a small smile playing on his lips.
Wow, that's really nice of you. It's like you changed overnight. The old Isabella never really understood the kind of stress I deal with at work. She only cared about herself, but here you are offering words of encouragement. You are just so different, trying to make up for lost time, and it's making me fall in love with you more.
And boom! He kissed me, and I couldn't resist. This was so bad. I didn't realize someone was secretly watching us. It was Isabella, and she was back, and she had a disguise on. She signaled for me to meet her in her bedroom.
I need to go. I'll be back, just need to sort out something.
Are you okay though?
100%.
You've gone too far, Jade. You were supposed to help for a week, not steal my life.
I never meant for it to go this far, Bella. I just wanted to help. That's why I kept trying to reach you when our contract expired, but then things changed.
You fell in love with my boyfriend. You can't just play pretend with people's hearts. Noah loves me, not you.
Before I could respond, the door swung open and Noah stood in the doorway, his expression a mixture of shock and betrayal.
What's going on here? Is this some kind of sick joke? Are you both in on it?
I'm sorry, Noah. I knew I can't change who I am. It is in my nature to be flirty and rude, but I knew if I had to use my twin sister's help, you would eventually forgive me.
So you tried to fool me. I knew there was something off about you, Isabella. You have always been self-centered and manipulative. I didn't think you were real in the first place. So dishonest. I never want to see either of you ever again.
I'm sorry, Noah. I just want another chance to win you back. Having an affair with her was so uncool.
Without another glance, he turned and walked away, doubt leaving me and Isabella alone in the room. I was totally ashamed of myself.
Are you happy now? Since you didn't fulfill your end of the bargain, there is no reward for you. Just get out of my house and never set foot here again.
She was wrong and cruel to do that, but I wasn't innocent either. I should never have agreed to do this because deep down I knew it wouldn't end well. So I went back to my life, back to being a coffee girl. A month later, I was at the coffee shop and someone walked in. Lo and behold, it was Noah. He had come to order coffee. A smile lit up my face, and I thought finally he came back for me. But my smile died when I saw him with another girl.
I knew I would meet you here.
Yeah, I work here. Well, no hiding. This is my life, Noah. Look, I know this isn't the right place or time to apologize, but I'm very sorry. I needed the money so badly. I knew it was wrong, but...
He pulled me close and kissed me for the second time, passionately. When he released me, I stared, shocked and confused at the lady he came with. She was smiling at us.
No need to be worried. That's my little sister. In fact, she helped me track you down. I was so angry at you for lying to me, but my heart wouldn't let you go. Well, I love you. You might look like Isabella, but you are very different from her.
I was so happy that I pulled him into an embrace. So can we start over again?
Yes. Hi, I'm Noah. And you are?
Jade. I'm Jade, your barista girl. Do you want to order a coffee or perhaps a huge...
Hi, my name is Lola and I'm from Atlanta. Please like and subscribe. When I was a kid, my parents and I had adventures all the time. We played hide and seek. We fought monsters in our backyard. My life was fantastic. But when I turned 3, Mom gave birth to an evil witch named Genevieve.
Genevieve, we love you more than anything in the world.
Here you go, honey.
Hey, I was playing with that. Jen started walking at 9 months old. At 2, she could write her own name. And at 3, she could do the alphabet without making any mistakes. When Jen was 7, she won her first national spelling bee. She got a huge cash prize, and the reporter came over to interview her for the cover story of a magazine.
I'd like to thank my parents. I couldn't have done this without them.
We're so lucky to have a genius daughter. She's our pride and joy.
My parents kept gushing about Jen for hours as I sat in the corner. When and the reporter finally said it was time for pictures, I joined my family for a photo, but Jen insisted that I stay out of it. My parents tried reasoning with her, but she was beyond reason.
It's my moment, and she'll ruin my image with her stupidity vibe. Like my brain sees pictures with this special lens, and I'll be able to feel her dumbness every time I look at the pictures. I can't explain how my brain works. Just make her go.
So Mom gave me some money for ice cream and told me to wait outside while the photo shoot happened. A couple of months later, I came home from school and found Jen sitting on my bed and all my stuff was gone.
Mom and Dad said I could switch. This room's bigger and has more space for my trophies.
But this is my room. Mom, Dad, may Jen give me my room back?
Lola, stop being ridiculous. You don't need a room this size. You don't have any trophies.
Jeannie, do you need anything? Should I put up some more shelves? A new bookcase.
I was so mad I threw myself on the ground and started screaming. This sucks, I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. I'll show you I'll get a new family that will appreciate me. I stormed out of the house. I got to the driveway and realized I had nowhere to go, so I decided to hide out in my treehouse. But then something crazy happened. My stomach started rumbling and I searched through my pockets to find a candy bar. Then out of nowhere, this girl appeared and snatched it out of my hand. Hey, that's mine. This is my treehouse. Get out.
I don't see your name on it.
It's written right there.
Oh,
Then the strange girl wrote the word Madison on the wall.
I guess we're roommates now. We'll just have to share.
Madison and I spent the rest of the day together. Then my mean old parents told me to come inside for dinner. They didn't even miss me or remember that I'd been upset. After that, when I wasn't at school or watching Janet spelling bees, I'd run out to the treehouse and spend time with Madison. One time we were pretending to have a sword fight in the backyard. It's over for you, Madison. Give up now.
You'll never take me alive.
Suddenly, Jen appeared out of nowhere.
Lola, who are you talking to?
Madison. Duh.
Who's that?
I turned around to introduce Madison, but she seemed to have vanished into thin air. She was just here. Must have scared her off with your mean vibes. I thought Jen would say something, but she just gave me a weird look.
I think you're old enough to not have an imaginary friend.
And went back inside and Madison instantly reappeared. Where did you go?
I didn't want to meet your stupid sister in there. I got you. You're dead.
When I was 12, I started junior high school, then Madison started sneaking into my school. She'd make funny faces and tell the best jokes. Madison, you're hilarious. Stop. Please. I'm going to pee my pants.
Who's Madison?
Is she talking to the wall?
Madison told me cool stories and she was such a gossip. She knew everything about everyone and she always had my back whenever a bully tried to mess with me. Having her around made me stronger and braver.
Hey, ugly, get out of my way.
Who are you calling ugly? You look like a rat and your breath smells like poo. Once I was cast in a school play and I had to do this huge monologue. My parents didn't even bother to come because Jen had a spelling competition the same day. I was so nervous I could barely speak, but then Madison showed up to cheer me on. I shook off my nerves and gave the best performance ever. I told my parents all about it, but they didn't care. Then one day things took a turn for my 15th birthday. Me and my family went on vacation. But when we got back home, I realized that Madison was gone. I searched for her everywhere. The treehouse at school and all over the house. She didn't show up. Madison, where are you?
What the heck are you screaming about? I can't even hear myself think.
I can't find Madison.
What are you for? Why do you keep acting like Madison is real?
She's real to me.
Look, I'm really busy, but do you want to talk? I know you're lonely and have trouble making friends, but this isn't healthy.
I'm totally fine. Just leave me alone and go back to your books. If it wasn't bad enough that Madison had just left me, Jen soon got moved up to my class because she was so smart, and all the other kids instantly loved her.
Is it true you can spell every word in the dictionary?
Yeah, almost. I am an international spelling champion.
Please. What was so impressive about spelling anyway? When was being able to spell the word crustaceology useful? Then one morning, the most popular girl in our class, Emily, handed out invitations to her birthday party. Hey, you forgot to give me my invitation.
Sorry, no freaks allowed.
Then she whispered to Jen and just loud enough for me to hear.
I can't believe you're related to her. I hope you can come. It's going to be the best party ever.
I don't think I have any contest that weekend, so I should be able to make it.
I watched as all the other kids waved their invites around. After school, I walked home and stopped at the candy store to cheer myself up. Just then, I caught this boy staring at me. What's your problem? Why are you staring at me? He reached behind me and pulled off a huge piece of paper that was taped to my back with the word loser written in bold black letters. I was so embarrassed. Then all of a sudden, I started to cry like a big baby.
What's wrong?
My life stinks. My best friend abandoned me, my family doesn't like me, and all the kids at school think I'm a freak and a loser.
You're not a loser.
You don't even know me.
I just have a feeling you're pretty cool and someone I'd like to know better.
His name was Hunter, and he was really cute, and we had a ton of things in common. We loved the same books and movies, and he made me laugh a lot. We quickly became friends, and having him around made me feel a lot less lonely. The more time I spent with Hunter, the more I started to like him. Then, one day my parents called me into the kitchen for a family meeting.
Guess what, Lola? I got into St. Florence's Academy. Isn't that incredible?
Jen, we're so proud of you. We can't wait to start our new life in Chicago.
Chicago? What? No way! I'm not moving there. I'm not leaving Hunter.
Lola, don't be selfish. You'll find plenty of new friends in Chicago.
I don't need to make new friends. I already have a friend here. I'm not moving. I stormed off to my room. 10 minutes later, Jen showed up at my door.
Can we talk?
Why have you found more ways to ruin my life?
That's not fair.
You want to talk about fair? Ever since you were born, you've taken everything away from me. My parents, my toys, my room, and now my only real friend.
I know I wasn't very nice to you when we were kids, but I've tried reaching out to you after that to talk or help you out with your issues, but you just shut me out.
Issues? My only issue is you.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, right. Emily's throwing me a going away party tomorrow night. Come if you want, or just sit in your room being bitter. It's up to you.
Jen put the invitation on my bed and left. I was pissed at her, but I'd never been invited to a party before. My heart ached at the thought of leaving Hunter behind and never seeing him again. Hunter was more than my best friend. I felt I was in love with him. I invited Hunter to the party, and he agreed to go. The party was at Emily's mansion, and it was so much fun. The food was great, the music was spectacular, and the best thing of all was that Hunter was there with me. Then a slow song played. I like you.
I like you too.
You want to kiss me?
I really do.
We had the most magical kiss, but then something strange happened. I opened my eyes to find everyone staring and laughing and pointing at me, and Hunter was gone. Hunter?
Lola, what's wrong?
Where's Hunter? He was right there. I started to panic. Where could he have gone?
Hey, look at the freak making out with her invisible boyfriend.
Emily pointed at a huge screen on the wall. A video of me dancing alone and kissing the air played on a loop. I wished I could curl up into a tiny little ball and roll away. I ran out of there in tears and went straight to my treehouse. Minutes later, I heard a knock and Jen walked in.
Lola, please talk to me. Tell me what's going on with you.
I thought Hunter was a real boy I was in love with. How stupid is that? I'm a freak and a loser like everyone says.
No, you're not. You just found a way to cope with your loneliness. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Now you know the truth. Truth! And you can move forward.
Move forward to what? No one cares about me.
I do. From now on, I'll be here for you whenever you need me. I swear.
The next day, as the last of the moving trucks were being loaded, I made one last visit to the treehouse, and suddenly both Madison and Hunter appeared. How come you're both here now? Will you stay for long this time?
We just came to say goodbye. We don't think you need us anymore.
You have a chance to start over. Let other people get to know you. They don't know what they're missing. You're a super cool friend.
Thanks, you guys. You were there when I needed you the most.
Goodbye, Lola, and good luck.
It was sad to watch them leave for good, but it felt like it was time. We moved to Chicago and Jen was true to her word. Don't compare yourself to others. Self-love, forgiveness, and understanding are the keys to improving family relationships and healing our pain.
Hi, I'm Eden from California. Please like and subscribe. Ever since I was little, I hated my parents. They ignored me 247 because they were famous actors. They were always shooing me away while they signed autographs for their fans and talked on the phones with their agents.
Can't you read me a bedtime story? Just this once.
Eden, just take something from the shelf and look at the pictures.
Luckily, I had someone at home to be with, so I didn't lose my sanity. My Aunt Zoe was kind of a teenager. She wore heavy makeup and tight clothes and was obsessed with social media.
Time for our morning selfie, baby girl.
My aunt was my live-in BFF. But one day, when I was in 10th grade, my parents decided to ruin my life. I woke up and smelled smoke. So I ran downstairs to see what was burning, but I didn't see anything. Instead, my parents were just sitting on the couch and told me the worst news ever. They made Aunt Zoe move out.
Don't worry, you two can still keep in touch, but your mother and I have decided It's best if just the three of us are in this house.
Why? Because she's too helpful around the house? Because she actually cares about me, unlike you two.
Do you smell that smoke, Eden? My sister was cooking breakfast this morning and started a fire. She's a child trapped in an adult body. We love her, but we can't live with her.
I was boiling with anger. I refused to speak to Mom and Dad for days. But one night, I agreed to go with them to a celebrity after party, but only so I could get dressed up and get free refreshments. At one point, I was standing by myself when this famous teen actor came up to me.
Hey, they're gorgeous. Just say your name and I'll make an autograph out for you.
I really don't want it. Maybe go make another girl's dream come true.
I started to walk away, but the guy pulled me close to him.
Stop fighting your desires, princess. You deserve this.
With that, he leaned in as if he were about to kiss me. I shoved him off so hard. Uh-oh, I hadn't meant to hurt the guy. But everyone started freaking out and rushing to him. As they called the ambulance, all the party guests went ballistic at me. My parents and I got kicked out of the party, and me assaulting the celebrity was all over the news. My parents were furious.
You've completely ruined our reputation. Now everyone thinks we have a maniac for a daughter and no one's hiring us.
Apparently, Eden has violence issues we didn't know about.
Violence issues? That's gotta be a joke.
My parents were serious. They registered me for an anger management group every week for 4 months. It was the dumbest thing ever, and everywhere I went, people would stare at me. One morning, I decided to lock myself in my room for the day to have a break from everyone. Then suddenly, I saw my door lock moving, and Aunt Zoe burst in with a police officer.
Eden, your parents are missing.
What do you mean missing?
They were last seen shooting a movie in the Joshua Tree Desert. Now there's no trace of them.
I felt my heart pound as I thought of Mom and Dad lost somewhere in the desert. I had barely talked to them in the last week because we were fighting, but now I felt horrible.
Listen, baby, I don't want you to worry about anything. The police are going to search for them. I'll move in and take care of you in the meantime.
I was so grateful she was by my side. She spoiled me extra that week with breakfast buffets in bed and trips to the spa. The house was 10 times messier than usual, and Aunt Zoe threw multiple midnight parties during the week. But I had missed her so much. Then one day, I was at school and went to the library to study for exams. But as I was wandering through the aisles, I felt someone watching me. I turned around to see the crazy actor who tried to kiss me staring at me through the open bookshelf.
Hey there, princess. You happy to see me?
Oh my god, what are you doing here? Did you track me down?
I did in fact track you down, because even though you tried to kill me, my heart is still screaming for you. I've never met a girl who's played so hard to get before, and I like it.
He walked around over to me and stood inches away from my face, and I just lost it. I slapped him hard across the face and he cried in pain.
Listen, you psycho creep. If you don't get lost this second, I'll call the cops and I'll hurt you for real this time. If I were you, I wouldn't take any chances.
I stormed off and decided to get coffee with Aunt Zoe to cheer myself up. Before we went out though, Aunt Zoe insisted on wearing Mom's clothes.
She has so many designer dresses I'm in love with. I don't think she'd mind, would she?
No. I don't see why she'd mind. Actually, I have to tell you something important.
Once we were settled at the cafe, I told my aunt everything that had happened. But to my surprise, she shrugged like it was no big deal.
You know, sweetie, maybe you should date him. He's super cute, and he's like a huge star. You could be famous just like your parents.
I'm sorry. Are you suggesting I date someone who tried to kiss me? Turned everyone against me and stalked me?
You're overthinking this, Eden. Dating a star like that could change your life for the better, but maybe you're too young to understand.
I was shocked. How could she be so blind and insensitive? I knew I wasn't overreacting, but if nobody wanted to support me, then so be it. I would take matters into my own hands. I called the cops that day and told them the situation, and thankfully, I was able to get a restraining order against the guy. I wanted to cry of relief, but when I got home, I heard laughter coming from upstairs. I walked up to see what was going on and saw my parents. Bedroom door was wide open and inside was Aunt Zoe. She was wearing Mom's clothes again and talking to the mirror. The weirdest thing was, she was talking in Mom's voice.
No thank you. I can't believe this is my 3rd Golden Globe. Oh, you're a fan too. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I can't take it.
Aunt, what are you doing?
Just having a little fun. Playing a little dress up. Was there something you needed?
I felt really confused and weirded out. What did Aunt Zoe mean she was playing dress up? I decided not to dwell on it and got right to telling my aunt about the restraining order. I'd hoped she'd be happy for me, but instead she looked super pissed.
I can't believe you do something so stupid, Eden. Do you know what I would do to be wooed by a celebrity like that? To be seen with him in magazines and to be famous? Poor me. A star actor tried to kiss me and tracked me down to profess his love. Ugh, cry me a river.
Yeah, he tried to ruin my life.
Aunt Zoe ignored me and walked out of the room. Did she really think fame was more important than my own safety? She was insane. And the dressing up as mom in the mirror was strange too. Maybe Aunt Zoe just really missed my parents and was acting out. Things were awkward between us that week, and Aunt Zoe started acting weirder. Not only was she dressing every day in mom's clothes and talking in mom's voice, she started going by mom's name.
Eden, you're not allowed to call me Aunt Zoe anymore. You have to call me Aunt Savannah. And Aunt Savannah is off to an acting audition.
How? You're not an actress!
What are you talking about? Aunt Savannah is a star actress.
Aunt Zoe pulled out her phone, which was open to mom's email account. She had been talking with a bunch of directors pretending to be mom.
If they notice I look different, I'll just tell them I had a little plastic surgery.
Aunt Zoe started laughing as she walked out the door. She was totally out of her mind. What was happening to my aunt? That night, I was asleep in bed when a loud machine woke me up. I ran downstairs to find Aunt Zoe shredding hundreds of pictures of my parents.
Are you shredding pictures of mom and dad?
It's something that has to be done. They're obviously not coming back, which means we have to perform a ceremony to say goodbye to them.
All of a sudden, Aunt Zoe scooped up a pile of shreds and put it into a pot of boiling water.
I'm putting their old pictures into a soup that we're going to eat. Then they'll really be gone for good, and I'll be the one who'll live here now.
That is the most twisted thing I've ever heard. And you know what? I know I'm going to find my parents. The police were able to help me with that stalker actor, and I know they'll help me with this. And if you're gonna act this crazy, maybe you shouldn't live here anymore.
I fled from the kitchen and out the front door to the police station. I just didn't feel safe around my aunt. At that moment, I spoke to the cops and asked for an update on my parents. I also told them about Aunt Zoe's weird behavior.
Eden, don't worry. We're gonna continue searching for your parents. Also, I think it's best I find you somewhere else to sleep tonight. Your aunt sounds mentally ill, and you should stay away from her right now.
I knew the policewoman was right, so I slept in a shelter nearby and went back to the station the next day. And when I got there, Aunt Zoe was waiting for me, looking furious.
You little brat. You had me worried sick about you.
Well, I'm sorry, but you were acting like a crazy person, and I just couldn't be around you.
Suddenly, Aunt Zoe ran up to one of the cops and hid behind them.
Do you hear how mean my niece is being to me? She wasn't always like this, but ever since her parents went missing, she's turned all her anger on me. As her legal guardian, I want her to go to a psych ward so she can get proper help. I love her, but I can't live with her right now.
I couldn't believe the words I was hearing. Luckily, the cop didn't believe Aunt Zoe and sent her to another room so they could do an investigation. I stayed with the police while they continued the search for my parents. I felt sick to my stomach. I wanted my parents back, and I wanted my aunt back. I stayed at the police station until midnight feeling totally numb. Then suddenly, the door opened, and the cops came in with my parents. I burst into tears and hugged them for the longest time.
I don't understand. What happened to you guys?
Your dad and I decided to drive to the movie shoot, and we got lost in the desert. Luckily, we found some campers who were able to feed us. But still, we're so sorry we scared you.
Before I could answer, the cops came over with a serious expression on their face.
We just wanted to update you. We caught Zoe and put her back in the asylum.
What do you mean back in the asylum?
My parents were dead silent and looked at each other.
Eden, we know you love Aunt Zoe, but she's never been a mentally well person. The reason she moved out was because we sent her to the psych ward. She's always been jealous of your mother's success. And one night she tried to set our bedroom on fire and hurt us. That's why you smelled smoke that morning.
I was horrified and completely heartbroken. My aunt had been my favorite person in the whole world, but apparently, I never really knew her.
God, I feel so stupid. I'm sorry I got mad at you guys when you kicked her out. You were only trying to keep me safe.
Oh, darling, we don't blame you. We've neglected you for so many years. And as crazy as my sister was, she did take good care of you. But we're taking time off from work now. We're ready to give you the love and attention you deserve.
We are so sorry about everything. We love you, Eden.
I love you guys too.
When I was in the first grade, and after I was done doing the task Ms. Janice gave us, I started reading a book. The teacher looked at me through her thick glasses.
What are you reading? Show me.
I slowly pulled out the book from my lap.
You're reading Shakespeare's sonnets?
I'm sorry, miss.
When did you learn to read this?
When I was 4, Shakespeare is my favorite poet, and Agatha Christie is my favorite author. Ms. Janice looked really surprised. She and I had so much in common, and we got closer over time.
Why don't I walk you home today, and I can have a little chat with your parents?
I led Ms. Janice to my house, and to my horror, we walked straight into one of Mom and Dad's screaming matches.
How many times do I have to tell you the same thing? It's a ketchup stain.
Stop lying to me. I know that was lipstick.
Mom, Dad, we have a visitor. The two stopped short and turned to look at us.
Hi, I just wanted to talk to you about Luna. We want to put her in the Gifted Kids program and…
Yeah, whatever. Anything you want me to sign before I leave?
And with that, he was out the door. I hated their fighting, but I was too happy to care for a change. He'd be back soon enough. But this time, he just didn't come back. Hi, my name is Luna. Please like and subscribe. Dad just disappeared, and he had even blocked our numbers, and Mom just became a depressed couch potato. I had to keep up with all my schoolwork and do all the house chores. At 14, I was already busy preparing for my SATs and applying to colleges. One day when I was studying at home, I got a phone call that shook my world. Mom had been in a terrible car accident. I called Ms. Janice and we rushed over to the hospital. The doctors told us that Mom had suffered a severe head injury and was still unconscious. A week later, Mom finally opened her eyes. The doctor came to check and said everything seemed normal until we asked Mom's name.
Do you remember your name?
It's Candace. Duh.
And what day comes after Tuesday, Candace?
Mom flung a plastic cup at his forehead.
I don't know. Poop face, I want my mommy.
The doctor said he needed to do a brain scan. Mom kicked up such a fuss as the nurses took her away. The doctor made the most shocking discovery ever.
Your mother now has the brain of a 6-year-old. It's possible she'll return to normal, but it could also be permanent.
My mom had turned into an actual baby. My life just turned into a nightmare after that. I had to leave Mom at daycare before going to school. I could see all my college dreams slipping away as I dropped out of my SAT classes. I had enough on my plate right now with Mom and the housework. And boy, was she the brattiest 6-year-old ever! One day when I just finished making dinner, I went to her room and found her busy pulling out everything from the cupboards and throwing it on the floor. Oh my God. Mom, Candace, stop it! Who's gonna clean that up?
Not me.
And she ran out cackling like a little witch. When I went downstairs, she was already at the dinner table. Get your feet off the table, please. A minute later, I got hit by something on my face.
Yuck. I hate broccoli. I want Doritos.
Well, too bad. You have to eat your greens. And then she appeared nauseous. Fine, put on your shoes and we'll go to the grocery store. As I paid at the store, I saw her looking at the Barbie dolls display. I told her we had to go, but she just looked stubbornly at me.
I want one.
No, let's go. What happened next is something I'll never forget. Her eyes filled with rage as she unleashed a scream that was shrill enough. She took and threw the Barbies. And then she threw herself on the floor and started kicking and crying. Horrified, I apologized to the staff and quickly bought a doll. When we finally got home, she took one look at the Barbie and tossed it aside.
Nah, it's really ugly.
And she skipped off to her room happily. Just then, the doorbell rang. I opened the door to see it was Miss Janice. The minute I saw her, I hugged her and started crying. I can't do this. I can't be my mom's mom. I told her I wanted to sell Mom. I would just post it online. Mom for sale. Miss Janice just laughed and hugged me tight.
I found you a part-time job at the local library.
Thank you so much. But soon enough, I discovered the worst thing about being an adult. Paying bills every month. How was I going to pay for everything? Being a library assistant. That evening, I stopped at an ATM and withdrew the last $100 I had. I almost threw away the receipt without looking when suddenly I froze. I stared at my account balance. $13 billion. I looked around. half expecting a camera crew to pop up behind me and tell me this was a big fat joke. I ran back home and logged onto my computer to check again. Someone had anonymously sent me $13 billion. When Miss Janice came to visit me, I told her about the money. Miss, should I report it to the bank because this is clearly a mistake, right?
No one sends someone $13 billion by mistake, love.
Seems like you've got a mystery guardian angel.
It's yours to enjoy.
And enjoy it, I did. The first thing I did was hire a chef, a maid, and a nanny for Mom. I'd now come home from school to a clean mom, folded laundry, a clean house, and fancy food on the table. I started my SAT classes and college applications again. I could go to any university now and take Mom and the nanny with me. One day, I walked into the lounge to find Mom watching Frozen for the millionth time. When she saw me, she ran over to me excitedly.
I want to be Princess Elsa on my birthday. Look, I'll show you these birthday parties on YouTube.
Okay, Mom can have anything she wants. I threw her a grand birthday party and invited the whole neighborhood. Mom made a special appearance in a gorgeous dress. She almost tripped on her flowing blue dress. As she stepped out, I could see all our neighbors staring and snickering. Sometime later, I went to the bouncy castle to look for Mom and saw her in a corner crying while the other kids shouted.
What are you doing here, you weirdo? You're a grown-up.
You look so stupid and ugly.
I just wanted to be Princess Elsa.
No one talks to my mom like that. Come, Mom, we are going to cut the cake now. As Mom excitedly blew the candles, I made a silent wish too. Please let Mom be normal again. Please let Mom be normal again. When everyone had left, Miss Janice turned to me, smiling.
You did a good thing for your mom. She looked really happy. You should sometimes be a kid and have fun too.
She was right. When the weekend came around and my classmates invited me to a party, I didn't turn them down. Just as I was ready to head out, I found out that my babysitter had bailed on me. I didn't know what to do, so I decided to take Mom with me. My mom threw a tantrum the moment I arrived and wanted to go home. Everyone was staring and laughing at us. Shh, be quiet. She looked at me with terrible tears in her eyes and then burst out crying. I'm sorry, let's go home. When we got home, I had enough money to move out and settle down in another town where I could attend college. Miss Janice was sad that I was leaving. I bought a mansion that was especially made for toddlers and included all kinds of games. On my first day at college, Mom cried so hard and didn't want me to leave her with the nannies and the servants. But I put my hands around her face and kissed her forehead. You will be just fine, Mom. But I was wrong. 2 hours later, I got a phone call and learned that Mom had hit her head again. She was in a coma for 2 days.
Part of her mother's brain still thought she was an adult. That's why she often does dangerous things, thinking she's old enough to do it.
I just realized that leaving for college was still too early. I spent my time at home and started writing. Writing became my only escape. I created my own blog, and to my surprise, people loved my stories. I was inspired by Agatha Christie's novels and wrote many detective stories. People started calling me the modern version of Agatha Christie, saying my stories were addictive. I couldn't be happier. Until one day, I entered my mom's room and found her reading something that didn't look like the children's storybooks I'd given her to read. What are you reading? Show me. You're reading Shakespeare's sonnets?
I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't.
When did you learn to read this?
I started before we moved out. Shakespeare is my favorite poet, and Agatha Christie is my favorite author.
Was my mom a genius kid? Now I knew how it felt to be a genius with neglected parents, and I just wanted to support Mom and help her improve her talent. But I didn't only want to help Mom. I thought all the kids around the world should have a chance too. I used my billions to build huge libraries around the world for gifted and all kinds of kids. I realized that education and science were far more important than money. I had billions, but they couldn't bring me happiness. I found everything I loved in books, and my mom. She was and still is my #1 fan. Oh, and I also discovered that my mystery benefactor was a rich man who had caused Mom's accident. He felt so bad about it that he looked us up and sent me the billions. I'm really thankful for that man. Not for hitting my mom, of course, but for giving me this great opportunity to make a little change in the world.